Hello and welcome to Triple C Rated, the podcast of me, Chin, my mum, Chu, and sometimes my wife, Lydia, who is sitting next to me. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that's who she is. Talk about mainly food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just want to give a massive shout out to Richard Taylor for basically putting a post up on a Chinese takeaway Facebook group saying to pre-order our second cookbook because he understands that we're not published, so we're self-published and we have to pay for all of those copies up front to be printed. It's not like traditional publishing where you just go and get paid to do it and then they work out all the rest. We have to do every part of it ourselves. So massive thank you for that, Richard.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Was
well
Richard,
done.
wasn't it?
Yeah. I
Sure.
don't know what you're asking your mouth for.
Yeah, I think it's Richard.
I'll double check, but yeah.
You just know who
Definitely
you are.
a Taylor.
Yeah. Strong last name, by the way.
Richard Taylor.
Yeah, Richard Taylor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rich T, yes.
Rich T. Good one, Ma. So,
Joke.
after Mum's finished bullying Richard, we can carry on with the show.
Yeah.
So, today, what we talk about... Oh, by the way, the cookbook is available to pre-order at chinandchew.com/shop. It's nowhere else. Also, weirdly, Waterstones now stocks, quotation marks, our book. They don't. Because it's on the library database, it's automatically in theirs. So I get an email saying someone's ordered it from Waterstones, but I don't get any information where it needs to be sent to or whatever. And I try to get them to take it off the Waterstones website, but no one's replying to me.
Just go into the store and tell them.
And that's like going into Tesco's and telling the guy who runs Tesco's website.
Yeah, see the manager. Make a loud noise.
No, man, we're not all Karens. Make a loud noise. Ah!
That's why you used to get attention. You make a loud noise. They don't like other customer to hear. A long time ago, that is, before the internet time. You make a loud noise. You get attended, honestly.
Speaking from experience.
Well, you sound like the worst customer on the planet. Anyway, after that revelation, so Waterstones, what happens is then they get an email about 2 days later saying your order has been unfulfilled. Yeah, because you can't order it from Waterstones. We say it all the time. You cannot order it anywhere but direct through us. So if you're thinking of ordering it, make sure you visit our web store, chinandchew.com.
Yes.
chinandchew.com.
Yeah. It's not on Amazon, even though it's listed there. The Kindle version is there, but that's about as far as it goes. So, what's the first topic today? Oh, I remember. So, I know I keep saying so, it's really irritating me.
Yeah.
So.
Shut up.
Anyway.
So what's the topic tonight then?
Well, thank you, Ma. We're going to touch upon something that happened sort of like 3 or 4 months ago now, and it was in the newspapers and everything. But I thought, you know what, I'll just cover it now while we have the time. And there was a massive argument on the TikTok about Americans finding out what English people call a Chinese takeaway and what they have for their Chinese takeaway.
Yes.
And specifically one quite large TikToker, I won't say their name, wasn't outraged, but pointed out a couple of things that I felt weren't. So they essentially said, is it me or does it feel a bit racist to call a meal a Chinese, going out for a Chinese and going out for an Indian?
Yeah, going up down here because it's in England, it's not in America. You guys in America, we are in England. When we say we want to go out for Chinese takeaway food, we say we go out for Chinese. If you want an Indian food, we will say go for Indian. If you want an Italian food, you go for Italian tonight.
Yeah,
that's all we do.
Yeah, it's because we like to what's the word? Shorten everything. Because I think in what we do as English people, I'm not saying that all Americans don't do this. I'm just doing it as a culture. When we speak, because I think it's because our language is so like difficult, a lot of the time we just hear context and we don't have to specifically say something.
Yeah, just shorten it, yes.
Like the Americans say eyeglasses and we just say glasses.
Yeah.
So like nowhere would I ever have like a set of... So if someone came to me and goes, have you seen my glasses? I can't see. I wouldn't go, well, here's a glass. Do you want to look through that? It doesn't need saying. It's the context is already
Goes
there.
without saying, doesn't it?
Yes.
So I think that's part of the problem. It's not racist to say going for a Chinese or going for an Indian or going for Italian or going for Mexican
Yeah.
or going for a full English.
Yeah.
No, you don't say go for full English.
Yeah.
Go for breakfast.
Or
Fry up.
Fry up, yeah.
You can say go for full English.
Well,
Yeah, actually, I would say fry up if I'm honest.
fry up, yeah. Not for like breakfast or brunch.
Having said that though, Ma,
Yes.
what is your ideal fry up? Go.
My idea fry up.
Not idea fry up, ideal. So like if you could pick anything you wanted to be on a fry up and it's perfect,
Yeah.
what would you pick?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh. Hash brown.
Yeah.
Try not to bang the table because
Sorry. Hash brown.
Yep.
Chip sausages. Fatty sausages.
Cheap sausages, you said.
Yeah.
I thought you said chip sausages.
Cheaps. CHEAP.
Yeah.
And not those coarse sausages
Yep.
and with no fat on. That is no for me.
Yep.
But you may like it. And all the grease, all the
All the grease.
fat of the bacon. You know the bacon, you get the piece in the middle. There was the pork chop. They cut it in the middle. There's a piece of meat. No, not me. I like the rim,
It's not you,
the
Ma.
fat, and everything.
Yeah, Mum likes it so it's barely cooked as well.
Yeah, I like it. However, I don't like it too crispy.
Love it crispy. Love
No,
it crispy.
too crispy. It just not. Just too salty, too crispy.
Yeah, that's the best bit.
Yeah. Super salts.
Exactly.
No.
Salty fat.
If my bacon's not salty, it's not bacon.
No, I don't like it too salty.
I add salt to bacon.
I like mushroom.
Probably why I'm going to die young, but
Best would be garlic mushroom. Sometime give and take tomatoes.
give and take tomatoes.
Yeah,
Fried,
tomatoes can stay away.
fried or raw?
Have to be slightly fried in a, not raw. Raw, no, not on breakfast.
So
But tin tomatoes is all right.
yeah, the only tomato I will eat is a tinned plum tomato. On
Yeah,
a thing.
because they're a bit salty, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, not scrambled egg, no. And fried egg,
So you're going to go with fried egg.
yeah,
How many?
one I think.
Just
Two
one?
can be a bit too much sometimes.
Okay. Cheap sausages.
Yes.
If it ain't got fat, it can get lost, right? Yeah. What else did Mum say?
Hash brown.
Hash brown.
What about toast?
No.
No
What?
toast.
No
Don't
toast?
go for toast. No.
What?
No.
Well, you haven't described a fry up. You've just described
Stuff.
stuff on a plate.
Yeah. No toast. No.
Beans.
No, not so much beans. No.
Right.
Oh God.
Okay, so what would you say?
So basically fatty sausages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
bacon.
bacon fat.
Yes.
What would be mine? Fried egg,
Yeah.
toast,
Yeah.
hash brown, sausage, bacon, mushrooms.
Okay, so I can... You said baked beans, did you?
Beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
for me, I think a fry up has to have beans on it. I hate beans, by the way. Cannot stand them.
You like the
That's
juice though, don't you?
Yeah, but if the fry up doesn't have it, I'm fuming. Like, where are my beans?
Yeah,
So
you
for
just like
me-
the sauce.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So it's, for me, bacon as crispy as you can get it. So it's essentially dust. Sausages, cheap sausages. 2 eggs, possibly 3. 1 slice of fried bread and 1 slice of toast. I won't eat the whole bit of fried bread. It's just there so I can have a bite of it, enjoy the flavour. Any more than 1 bite makes me feel sick.
Yeah, it's because it's gross.
Um,
It's just oil.
I have 2 sauces, red and brown. What else do I have? Hash browns. Always have to have hash browns. And if the option is there, I will also have scrambled egg as well. Yeah. And
So you just have different variations of everything.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, that's exactly it. Just give me 2 fry-ups.
Oh.
Both completely different, and I'll be happy. And
We
no black pudding.
Fry up dinner soon.
I hate black pudding.
Yeah. Well, I say yes, but I've never tried it.
No, I do like black pudding. Have to be done nicely though.
How's nicely? Fried in pan?
No, I think it has to be slightly seasoned with a bit of salt on it.
Bit of pepper.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember our original trail of thought.
If it was racist to say
that was
Chinese.
Sorry, yeah, that was it. So no, I don't think it is racist, do you, Ma?
No.
There's terms you can use for like going for a Chinese or going for an Indian or something like that.
Yeah.
But
So
just saying going for a Chinese or Indian or Italian or whatever.
But if you say it not viciously, I don't think it is racist at all. That's how we always say that, isn't it?
yeah, but there are some words that like you can't say that aren't meant viciously, but that you shouldn't say them because it's like the N word for Chinese people.
Yeah.
So like some reason people can't or don't seem to know how bad the word. I'm not going to say it because it rhymes with plink or plinky. Yeah, but I
It's
like.
the first thing you could think of.
I couldn't think of because I nearly
Without
just said
saying the word.
It's actually quite offensive. Like, we've had quite a few arguments. Rather than say sorry,
Well,
people just get defensive.
We had our first person the other day. I pointed it out to them, and I said that I know you probably don't mean it that way, but that's not really acceptable. It is a racial slur, and they said, oh, "Okay, sorry, I'll change it."
Yeah, which is that's normal. Well, that's what I call good adult behaviour.
Yeah,
but the amount of
you're a
people who
grown-up.
just argue, like I'm telling you, as a Chinese person, I find that offensive, and I'm pretty sure if someone shouted that to my mum, she'd find that offensive.
And one guy used the excuse that he jokes around with his mate who owns a Chinese takeaway. He didn't actually say if the Chinese takeaway owner was Chinese, because I feel like that would have been pointed out.
No, I think that's
either
context.
way.
No, we're not American, remember? So it's context, isn't it? Like, you don't need
Yeah.
to say he's Chinese, because given as a...
But just because that one person finds it okay, doesn't mean you should then go out on the internet and spread it for everybody else.
Yeah.
But also, that person could just be at the point where they're like, I can't be bothered to keep fighting this anymore, so I'm just going to go along with it.
Yeah, it's easier than having the argument.
Yeah. He just the person that
Literally-
you're calling him maybe put up with you.
Yeah, humouring you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tapping you on the head, going, well done. Very funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is racist. But not calling it a Chinese. And also, she pointed out how our Chinese food we have isn't even Chinese, which is correct, right? I would say nowadays I would call it Chinese food. I wouldn't call it traditional Chinese food because it's been served for so long and has always been made from Chinese takeaways that I feel it technically is Chinese food. When people go, I love Chinese food, sometimes I feel a bit embarrassed because I'm like, well, especially when I was younger at school, people would go, oh, I love Chinese food, it's so good, blah, I love this. And then in my head I'm thinking, that's like me coming up to you and going, oh, I love English food, KFC is, whoa. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, well, if you knew that, actually, we had shepherd's pie and stuff like that. It's a bit, I'm just saying it from the other point of view. It's not, that's essentially what you're doing. But I do think would class it as Chinese food now, but not traditional Chinese food. And
Yeah. People have grew up with about 3 generations of it now, at least.
more than that, I mean,
3 or 4 generations of the food that's served in the Chinese takeaway now, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, the thing is, she was saying that their food is more is Chinese food, but I've never been to America. I do know a couple of people who have owned a takeaway in America, but they don't own them now. And their food is essentially just as westernized as ours, but it's westernized differently. So, like, their food is almost made to sound more authentic when it's not. So, for example, we just say chicken and mushroom, right? But they'll call well, it's not exactly the same, but their variation of that is Mogul Gaipan.
Oh.
So they're just literally saying chicken and mushroom in Chinese.
Try and make it sound
more authentic. But having said that, the American population America has had a massive Chinese population for a long time. Like in England, we had quite a small Chinese population, so that the reason why Chinese food is so westernized is because they couldn't get proper ingredients, so they went to the local cash and carry and got whatever they had there and made food from that, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in America, they had the conditions where they could grow the vegetables they needed for a start, so that's why their food actually does have more like ear fungus and pak choy and more than it does in a UK Chinese takeaway. But that's because they had the conditions for that. Secondly, at the time that they started having Chinese people in England, I hear this sort of people go, "Oh, there's been a Chinatown in Liverpool since the early 1900s." It actually wasn't Chinatown until a lot later. So I think maybe 40s or 50s. Before that, it was just the biggest population of Chinese people, and that's because they worked in the docks and they lived in the same area. But it didn't become like a Chinatown with Chinese businesses officially until the I think 40s, 30s, 40s. And so to put it into context, in America in 1859, they had 300,000 Chinese people.
Is it?
Yeah, 300,000. So that's a lot of Chinese people who are there, who they're going to teach their culture to and have a market for that. Whereas in the UK in 1904 or 14, I can't remember, but one of the censuses, guess how many Chinese people we had?
One.
No. No, but bearing in mind, they had been in the UK for quite a long time because of the Liverpool port.
Oh, yeah, about 300, less than that.
300.
Is it?
Yeah. So they had literally 100,000 times more.
Yeah.
That's why their food is probably seemingly a little bit more authentic, but it's not authentic.
No.
Well,
also,
anyway.
Like you're trying to compare. It's such a massive space. There's going to be differences, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for enjoying the Chinese takeaway food now. Yeah. Keep enjoying it.
Okay, that was weird. That was odd.
What?
Thank you for enjoying it. Yeah, thank you for enjoying it.
Enjoying the food. Whatever food you like. Just, if you like it, just enjoy it.
100%. Yeah. Why not? So, have I missed any points? Oh yeah. So this is crazy, and I think why sometimes not everyone in the States. Obviously, when I say United States, I don't want to paint everyone with the same brush. I do understand that it's not everyone, but like this is just genuinely how sort of not xenophobic. I'd say xenophobic they were until very recently. There was an act that they passed because there were so many Chinese people in America called the Chinese Exclusion Act, which meant that no one who had any association with China was allowed in the United States, and that didn't get abolished until 1948 or 46.
Is it?
Yeah, and it wasn't until the late 1968 where they passed a law saying it was illegal to discriminate on someone from coming into the country because from where they're based. So before that, they could go, all right, you're coming from China. No, we don't like you. You can go away. Now it doesn't matter where you're from. It's based on merit. Most of the time. I mean, there are obviously reasons, like extenuating circumstances like war and stuff, which means that people can't really go through. But I mean, 1968.
Is it?
Yeah.
America, though.
Yeah.
What's your next point? Or topic?
I don't know. I can't remember. Prawn crackers.
Prawn crackers.
Oh, what about prawn crackers?
So,
Not allowed anymore.
What do you mean?
They're not allowed to be made anymore. They're too dangerous.
You're not serious.
No.
But I can imagine that happening, actually.
Yeah. Too crunchy.
So a lot of people, right, are... Oh, that was your stomach. I hope that... Yeah, I hope that I turned off on the camera, not camera, on the video. No, what is this microphone? And jeez, I know. So a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot. It's not most people. It's like a very small percent, like 1% of people won't go somewhere again or refuse to go somewhere if they don't get free prawn crackers. I think that's really fucking vile. Like, I think that's disgusting. And they go, well, why don't you build it into the price? And then people go, oh, yeah, but like you go down to the kebab and you get free garlic bread and free stuff. Again, just because they do it, I don't think it's right. That's a small business who can't afford to give you stuff away. Large businesses don't do that unless it's an offer, and that's to get you through the door.
That's right. You don't go to Tesco and spend about £50. Hey, Tesco, can I have a bag of free spat or whatever?
Yeah.
Do you do that to them?
No.
Probably now, actually.
No.
Because Tesco's have given people the club card points.
Yeah, the club card points.
Well,
they haven't given to you. You give it to yourself. You go and spend the money. They give you that point.
Yeah, but the points are technically a discount. But then my thing is, though, is that if they ever take that away, they'll lose custom. Because... like,
no, that one, the club card point, is not actually for your favour. They are monitoring what the consumer like. That's how they do it. That is more like you are doing the surveying for them.
No, that doesn't make sense.
It does. You see the what the customer like to buy, so they will bring in.
Yeah, that's called stock take. You don't need a club card to tell. The system doesn't need a club card to tell the system what people are ordering. They also see
what people are buying.
Yeah, which would So like right, okay. So we have a shop, yeah. How do we figure out what sells well?
Well, when you if you work in the counter, you know what you go and buy the stock.
Yeah, but like what do? We check the computer to see what sold well that day.
You don't need to. You know what's cooking, what's sending out.
Yeah, but
in your kitchen.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't. So we don't know how many. We just got alcohol, right? So we were trying to figure out how many drinks people were buying a day, right? So what did we do? We checked the computer.
Count the bottles.
No. But even then, you're arguing my point, because then you are self-tracking. You don't need a card, a club card point. They can figure out what you yourself as a person is buying, and then target adverts or stuff towards you, but not for the general people, because they'll just look at what we've ordered last week. We ordered 1,000 of these. We need to order 2,000 this week. Sells good. In fact, they probably don't even. A computer just probably does it for them through an algorithm.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So, club cards.
Club cards also help them to do the surveying for them. What people like, what people buy as well. I
can imagine
it does contribute some towards the
maybe demographics, because you can't get that when you go to a till. So yeah, maybe you are correct. I just don't. The way you said it made it sound like they. Anyway, you know what I meant. But back to my original point, like Tesco's are giving away X amount for when you spend X amount. You've also got to remember Tesco's profited in like 2019, I think £11 billion.
Yeah.
If I had £11 billion, I would quite happily give people who watched us 10 quid off every time they come in the shop. Do you know what I mean? It's just
that expectant behaviour, which is I really don't like.
Yeah, it's vile. I think it's disgusting. And the thing is, though, if you want them and you're not willing to pay for them, like you're not willing to support that small business.
Yeah, but it's like you as an individual are choosing to come to me to provide food for you, but because you chose that, you expect me to then provide that service and then give you a little well done for coming and supporting me. It's like, why do you expect anything in return?
Yeah, you don't. You shouldn't. Like you wouldn't. Here's a good one. You wouldn't go into an independent, let's say, what are they called? Shop, like grocery shop, like an independent Spar kind of thing.
Like a farm store or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't go in there, spend 50 quid and expect to get something for free.
Yeah, can I have a free pork pie with that, please? Or?
Yeah, chances are. Well, actually, to be fair, sometimes some people will just go, yeah, go on. Like, sometimes when people ask, say, can I get a little bit of, if we know them and they're good customers, we go, yeah, go on. In fact, a lot of the time when we know they are good customers, we give quite good discounts or like substantial stuff away for free that is worth way more than prawn crackers to say thank you. But that's too. But if the second, I tell you what, if the second someone came in and then came back and asked why they didn't get a discount or where were they free, whatever, I would say, fuck off, you ungrateful bastard. Don't come back.
Well, yeah.
No, because that's dickhead. But that was a favour. Yeah, we understand that you're using us, but
it's like the people we're quite lucky with people we get, because they come in and they really are grateful for you, and you can see the excitement when they come in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they want to try something new this time, or they're working their way through the menu.
Yeah.
And that one time they do get something, they're like, oh my God, oh really, thank you so much. They don't expect it, but they appreciate it so much. But you get that one person who comes in once and spends £6 and goes, oh, can I have no free prawn crackers? Or you go, well, no.
If you want prawn crackers, be willing to buy them first.
Yeah, buy them.
Swats. Don't get me wrong, when you get free prawn crackers, it's amazing. Even if I go to Chinese takeaway and I get free prawn crackers, I've never expected it, because I go to quite a few takeaways, as you can probably tell by my stature. I'd say in the last sort of decade, only a small handful give away free prawn crackers now, unless you are a really good customer, and then they will. But a very small amount do, which means that I think most people don't try different places a lot of the time, and they're just going on this one place. And the thing is, sorry, let me interject. What if that takeaway just fucking forgot? Now you've cost them, and yourself, because you obviously like the place, now because of your pig ignorance, you won't go back.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I know it's nice to get free prawn crackers. I love getting free prawn crackers. It's amazing, but I would never, ever begrudge a place for not giving me free prawn crackers.
No.
I mean, we've been going to a place for about 6 or 7 years now, and we get takeaways probably once a week,
yeah.
And we've never once got a discount, and we've never once got anything for free.
No.
And on a number of occasions when it's obviously been mega busy, like a Friday or Saturday, they've actually forgotten stuff in our order.
Yeah.
Never once have we complained,
No.
and we go back every week because the food is really fucking good.
Well, it's not just that. It's like, I would rather support a small business.
Yeah.
Then, like, even if there was multiple places in our town, which there aren't, I would just circulate through them. Unless they were really shit.
If it's good and it's worth it and you enjoy that food, why are you going to deny yourself it because you didn't get something for free?
The
only person losing that, well, okay, the business, but you as well.
Yeah. And then the people say, well, you can factor it into your bottom line. Yeah, but I mean,
I shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to. Yeah, exactly. If you want something, you pay for it.
Because also, then you'll come in and go, "Oh my God, you're charging £8 for a chow mein."
Yeah, yeah.
What? That's ridiculous. Well, do you want your free prawn crackers or not? Well, yeah, but I don't want to pay that for a chow mein. Well, choose which one you want.
It's like as well. People can't seem to understand what bottom line is. Just because, all right. So the prawn crackers you sell for £1.50 and you make £1.20 on the prawn crackers, right? But then you'll sell, let's say, a veggie roll, right? That you sell for £2.50. That veggie roll plus the time it took someone to make it cost you end up making like what 55, 60p.
Yeah. If you're not sell, you have to throw them
exactly,
away,
and then there's wastage.
Waste as
so
well.
So then the things you make loads of profit on level out the things that you don't. And also, you've got to remember, not every day is profitable. So 20 people could come in one day, and then the next day you get 2 customers. So then you had to pay the staff staff wages for an entire day, which roughly in a takeaway nowadays is going to work out between £200 and £450 for one day. That is the equivalent of sort of 15 to 20 good orders. That is, even in like summer months, that can be difficult to get through the door.
Yeah,
and then
it can be.
People don't grasp the concept of that, and they go, well, where's my free prawn crackers? But if you paid for those free prawn crackers, that could have been the difference for those hard months for that one business, because no one pays them other than the customers.
That's right.
You know, there's no bailout.
Yeah, but then you get that argument, well, I can buy them from Tesco's for a bag for 90p.
Yeah, that's just... Well done for pointing out that you're a fucking moron. That's cost Tesco's fuck all.
Get a full box off of Amazon for £3.
Look, do you know?
Well done.
It's like I could I could sell prawn crackers for 90p, bagged up, lovely packaging. If I bought 1 billion boxes of prawn crackers, because one box of prawn crackers would have probably cost me 50p rather than the £8.90. What is it now, actually? What, 14 quid or something like that?
What?
For a box of prawn crackers. Anyway, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's not cheap. And not like it used to be.
Yeah, and the pound is very weak and import tax, and most of the thing, especially prawn cracker, they don't make it in here. They have to import duty, import tax, and whatever. It's all going up.
Yeah. It's even I know it's really little things and you don't really expect everyone to think about it until you've actually experienced it. But even you get your massive crate of prawn crackers in a cardboard box. Each of those boxes of prawn crackers are in boxes, and then you've got to pay to get rid of those boxes. But you don't just pay to get rid of recycling. You have to sort it into cardboard, glass, plastic. Pay for each of one of those.
A week. So, right. Yeah. So you have to have a separate bin for each. We have like 6 or 7 bins all together. And one bin costs, I think, about £22 a week to have. And then you pay a surcharge per day, which I think is 22p for each bin. So in 1 week, that bin's costing you about 25 quid. If you have, like us, 7, that's nearly £200 a week on just disposing of rubbish.
Yeah, and the plastic bag, they're not cheap because they're heavy duty.
Yeah.
It's about 30p a bag.
Yeah. And that adds up when you're going through like 5 or 6 a day.
Yeah.
So it's not just as simple as giving something for free. There's so much behind it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they're probably one of the most difficult things to fry as well, because you have to have a clear fryer.
Yeah. Oil has to be clean.
Oil has to be hot.
Clean.
Yes.
And it has, and if you're doing prawn crackers, nothing else can go into it. Yeah. So we actually do ours on the fly, but we have a specific, and we're lucky, we do have like a specific fryer for that, because we just think that when they're done freshly, they always taste better. Which is why we charge a bit more for prawn crackers than they always, because most other places, because we have to have a fry specifically on for that, which costs us nearly £20, probably more than that. It's probably about £20 a week on just keeping that hot for prawn crackers, just on prawn crackers. So we can't use it for anything else, and we don't use it for anything else, just for the prawn crackers. But that's not cheap.
No.
So, and a small place, like, they can't stop halfway through. So if they run out of prawn crackers, they actually have to stop cooking everything, which means that the orders pile up and the food doesn't go out because they have to wait for that oil to get to over 210 degrees C, and then fry the prawn crackers, and then you have to do a load at one time. So you're looking at a downtime of around 20 minutes, which is a lot of time in terms of, especially when people don't understand that, yes, Chinese takeaway food is fast, but there are mitigating circumstances, and you get the eye rolls, and you get the how long does it take to fry a portion of chips? I don't know. How long does it take to wipe your ass, you fucking knobhead? Sorry. But it's just irritating. It's just, I would never go into someone's work, and if they were taking a bit longer.
To huff at someone would be, oh my God.
It's just abhorrent behaviour.
Someone did it to me the other day, and it's like when you're so busy, you can't even see, and you don't know what's happening. You just in that mode of cooking and frying and dishing up and shit like that. And out the corner of my eye, I could see something. And I just heard, I thought, you absolute cunt.
Did he do
and
that
all
to
he
you?
wanted was a cup.
Oh, fuck off. I really hate that our kitchen is open. So we're cooking, and then we get people ask us for things. Like, you don't realise how much of a distraction that is. That can set you back 5-10 minutes.
And when I gave it to him, he was like, oh my God. Like,
I do want to put up a sign saying, please don't talk to the chefs when they're busy.
Or just get T-shirts saying...
Yeah, but it's difficult, Mum. It is. Especially Lek. Like, she'll be frying something, and then someone... Okay, it's not too bad. because she's on the fryers. But then it distracts me because I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to say to her.
I mean,
Anyway.
it is difficult sometimes because there's a slight language barrier sometimes. So if Kwan's at the front and she doesn't quite understand what the customer's asking, then they'll then just look at me. And if I'm cooking, then I have to turn everything off and go to the front because you can't hear them, can you?
No, with the extractor.
Yeah, that's another thing. People will try and talk to me and I can't hear them.
Yeah,
I can't hear them. Because they think, I can hear you speak. Yeah, but you can hear my voice because it's carrying. But I can't hear you because my ear is right next to a extractor fan.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's all joy.
Yeah, yes. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come home and cry and then start all over again.
Go through the back. Right, okay.
Yep.
Okay, now.
No, I mean, but that those kind of things, we're quite lucky, don't happen very often, and we are in a good position as well to be able to stand up for ourselves. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people just have to take it.
Take away a lot of awareness because that's their only source of income. We're lucky that we have multiple streams. Thank you to all you guys who listen to us on the podcast and on YouTube and TikTok. Because of you guys, we're able to pick and choose our customers, which a lot of people can't. Speaking of picking and choosing, it also means, like, for example, when you get people come in and they have allergies, don't get me wrong, I'd love to be able to take your money, but for your safety or whoever's safety in your family, I'm not going to serve you no matter how much of a fuss you kick up. One, because it's not worth it, because you could genuinely ruin our lives for the sake of a dish of noodles. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think it's fair on us. And then most people are actually, surprisingly, nowadays, about 2 or 3 years ago, when you'd go to someone, sorry, we can't serve you, 90% of the time they'd kick up some sort of fuss. Now I've noticed people go, fair one.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Well, you still get one or two that's still quite determined to be served.
Yeah, so there's someone who came in the other day and their son has some sort of allergy to a nut. So we essentially just went, sorry, we're not going to serve you because we've eaten here before. And it's that whole, well, just because you've eaten here before, you didn't declare the allergy, doesn't mean that it's really simple, right? We have peanuts everywhere in the kitchen and we sprinkle them. This one time you came in, it was lucky that when we're sprinkling a peanut, it didn't bounce off the top of the dish.
Container, yeah.
Or not even that, or go onto the side, or hit the side of a container and then go into it. I mean, that's perfectly plausible, and that can happen because, physics, especially if it's busy, because you're literally just throwing it on. So that's why we don't serve, especially nut allergies or seafood allergies as well, because they are just like so prevalent in our kitchen that we just cannot and will not take the risk. I mean, if we had an area that was completely sealed off, we could afford a chef completely dedicated to doing each thing like that, then for sure. But we can't.
Pans and everything, and the area that can dedicate it, but for us, we just could not afford to have that dedication space for that sort of allergen.
Yeah. But because of that, they got really, really, really angry and said how disgusting we were, how disgusting this is as whatever. But I wasn't. It was Lydia who experienced it. I wasn't actually there because I was finishing off the second cookbook, part 2, and it is spelt wrong on the front cover on purpose before someone says it's a joke because I'm so bad at Anyway. So they were essentially just saying that we were discussing, they can't believe how disgusting we are, and then we've bumped into them weirdly. You never see them before, and now we bump. I know who that face is because I've seen them about a lot, and I think they have a business locally. But then we just kept bumping into them constantly after, and then they would like obviously make snide remarks underneath their breath as they walk by, and in my head I just thought it's brilliant. You because we didn't
to put your son's life in danger.
Yeah, because we didn't want to cause any harm to your child, and they go to your child, we're the bad guys. Like I don't get. I mean, I could be wrong, but surely that's shit parenting.
Yeah, no, it is.
Because she even went, don't worry, we won't press charges if he's sick.
It's not about you, it's the health authority.
Yes, we would get shut down if something happened to him, and it wouldn't be you could go, oh, it doesn't matter, I said. They would look into why that happened, and we wouldn't be able to trade until it was sorted.
It could take months.
It can take months, yeah. Some cases years.
Yeah.
It is weird. Like I have noticed the worst reactions come from when it's the parent speaking for the child, and like we've had people come in and their child have the EpiPens and stuff. They go, "Don't worry, I'll just if anything happens, we'll have an EpiPen." I'm thinking, is that serious? Like, you're a fucking shit human being if you're putting your child's life in danger for the sake of one meal.
Also, sometimes the EpiPen isn't enough if they're that allergic. It's a false safety guard. People have these EpiPens thinking they're like a miracle for if you go into anaphylaxis, but it isn't always enough. Sometimes you need 2 or 3 shots, and if you've only got one, then you're gonna be on the ground and watch your kid pass away in your hands.
Yeah, and
because you wanted them to have a bowl of rice.
It's weird. They really want to spend their money when it comes to their lives, but they don't want to spend their money when it comes to a £1.50 bag of prawn crackers.
Yeah,
it's like I cannot get my head around customers sometimes.
No one can.
Yeah.
Again, I know we rag on customers a lot, and I think it's important for us to educate people about how bad people can be, because we've all been in a situation, like especially we've been hungry and something's taken a bit too long, and you thought, what the fuck is the hold up? I do think it's important to educate people that sometimes there is more going on behind the scenes than you can imagine. Like, just sometimes some chefs get told that their parents have died and they still have to work the shift because there's no one to cover them. Like sometimes, that's just the way it is. So your food might be a little bit late. Yeah. But that's exactly how it is with anything. Let's not just kitchen work. You go to your local shop and it's closed. Well, why are they closed? Don't get angry. Just say there's probably a good reason, because chances are they want to take your money. Like we want to take your money. We want as much money. I want my Ferrari. I don't have a Ferrari yet. I want a Ferrari, and I can't do that if I turn people away. It's just that simple, Yeah.
But at that very moment in time, it is about that one person. They don't give a fuck what the reason is. They want what they want at that very moment in time.
Yeah, because they have a mental age of a 14-year-old.
Yeah. But we do have a lot of very, very good customers.
Yeah,
our customers. That's why we give away so much, because the repeat customers we have are fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong. I know it's because our food is honestly next level good. I don't know. It's our food, and I'm saying that because it is.
Well, it is good. You should enjoy your own food. If you didn't, that'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, fair one. But also the amount of people that are so grateful for us just moving to Minehead. Yeah. And the thing is, like, a lot of people go, why don't you open later? Mainly because we take enough to not have to. Like, we have a lot. I personally have to then cook in the kitchens and then go do work afterwards. So if I to maintain the web store content, talking to people, answering questions and stuff like that, being an influencer of some sort is always takes a lot of time, especially if you're making your own content and you don't have editors coming in and doing it for you. There's a lot to do, and we make enough for the daytime that we don't have to do the evenings, which is fantastic. We do evenings though, don't we? Like, it's pre-book.
Yeah.
It's pre-book. So if you want to pre-book an evening, you basically essentially book out the restaurant. We will do that. It's just.
But also, people who have food, those kind of businesses, they do also have a life and families and things that they want to do. But even on our days off, we're normally going to Bristol or further afield to do stock runs.
So out of context, Bristol's about 2 hours away from us.
Sorry, yeah.
Could just be down the road.
We've got to travel all of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we are quite rural as well.
Yeah.
We can't get deliveries like a lot of people do who are more central.
Yeah.
So we actually have to go to them to get our stuff.
Yeah.
And we only have limited car space, so normally it takes all 4 of us to go.
Yeah, and where we do go, actually, big shout out to Wai Hong. We go there all the time. Big shout out to Water Sky,
No, it's
Dragon's Delicacy.
yeah.
Yes.
That restaurant we go to a lot in Bristol as well.
Yeah.
Very, very good, consistently good.
Yeah.
Um,
Very good.
we I think we did a video once. We rated it at 8 out of 10, so it's very good. The Wai Hong are really good as well. They have a lot of frozen stock. Like, we go there to buy our own food for ourselves to eat at home.
Steam stuff.
Yeah, steam stuff. They've got what we go for is normally the fresh herbs and stuff, so chilies and lemongrass and stuff like that, because we can't get it locally. But yeah, when we go,
And
we always do our
sausage
own
buns.
shop there. So I just wanted to shout them out, just because I feel it's only right to.
Yeah.
They are a massive company, but at the same time, they're not. So it's a family-run company.
They're a very successful family company, aren't they?
Sort of. Well, it's but they're still always on the front line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're never. They haven't sat in an office. They're
there
always
doing the work.
They're actually on the shop floor,
Yeah.
picking boxes up,
Yes.
stacking shelves, talking to customers. So I think it's important to shout them out, and the staff there are really helpful as well. 2 in particular, I don't know the names.
Yeah.
But one's got a shaved head, and the other one's got glasses. One I think looks a bit like me,
yes. Yeah.
like holds himself like me, and the other one's got glasses, and he's very helpful.
Yes.
But anyway,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bloody love going in there.
Yes.
Oh, so many treats.
Yeah.
And a nice array of super sweet drinks.
Yeah.
All the sugar.
I didn't know sugar was liquid.
Love going in there.
So
But yeah.
I think we got time for another point. If we got another point.
Can't remember what the last one was.
I think it was to shout him out, but I shouted Richard out at the beginning rather than the end.
Yeah, we covered the topics we were going to go over today.
All right. Then I think I'm going to just say, well, actually, if you guys have got any food-related sort of questions you want, make sure we're going to keep this as a food podcast. And I think we'll do a second podcast, which is just random stuff, because I felt like the last couple of podcasts we did, they were a bit,
Political.
I wouldn't say political, just off-brand for Jang's Food Workshop.
Okay.
So this is, I know this isn't meant to be a food, but I just feel like food is such a broad topic that we could always keep this as a food one and have a separate podcast for
Others.
other things. For example, how scared you are of artificial intelligence. And
Oh my
no,
God.
we'll save that for another podcast. We'll save that for another podcast. But yeah. So if you've got any food related questions, actually, if you've got any questions, ask below. It also helps us out a lot as well. If you're commenting on Podbean, because comments help the algorithm and things like that. If you're watching this on YouTube, again, commenting, liking helps loads. I was about to say one thing. Oh, that's it. So in a Chinese takeaway curry, this one divides people. Should it have peas or not in it? Ma.
It all depends. Every takeaway cook it. Some have put peas.
Yeah.
Some
Garden peas, frozen peas.
some put it in and some don't.
You could
What
be.
was it about?
Do you?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Should
Do you
peas-
think it should be in? Do you like them in there, or do you think it's something that doesn't work?
Me personally,
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't put the not peas. I prefer beans than the peas.
Beans.
Beans.
BEANS, fine
Yeah.
beans.
Oh.
I thought you meant like baked beans.
I thought you meant like.
No.
I thought you meant
The
like
fine
kidney
broad
beans.
beans or something.
Yeah, because we very often back home, we often have this, like the beans, as fine beans, whatever you call
Green
them.
beans.
Yeah, it's long. We always put them in our curry. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
but not peas. Peas because pea has got that. What do you call it? A bit more rawness. We call it fishy smell, or it's not fishy smell.
I wouldn't say it's
but
fishy. I'd say there's a cardboard sort of flavour in there,
sometimes
almost
it
like a
can be-
lentil.
Yeah, metallic like that.
Yeah.
That sort of, tinny. Yeah.
Had someone come in the other day,
Yeah.
and
Why is no peas? Is it?
no,
Oh.
no,
No, it's just one of those things that really divides people, like pineapple on pizza. Like some
Big
people
yes
are
for
like,
me.
oh yes, and some people are like,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I know I make a hoo-ha about food and stuff like that, but it's what you like.
Yeah, if you
And-
want it in there, you can have it in there.
Yeah, and if someone turns around and calls you a moron for putting pineapple pizza or putting peas in a curry or putting strawberries
But
on your chips,
yeah,
tell them to fuck off, and that's what you like. I mean, who gives it? What does it bother you?
but I honestly, one thing I really do not like is peas and mint sauce. What is that?
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
like
mint sauce. I've
is
never
weird.
understood that. It's
No, I don't
Peas
like
on
weird.
the mint sauce on the fish and chip.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chip.
I've never had peas. Well, I
Yeah,
hate
mint
peas. I
pea.
hate peas.
Yeah, they
the
have-
only time sorry,
Mashed pea, yeah, but not with mint. So, but then people like it. That's what they like, isn't
no,
it?
curry sauce with fish and chips every
Yeah,
time.
me is curry sauce with
Yeah.
fish and chips.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was going to say, so someone came in the other day to the restaurant and was looking at our products on the shelves, and they read the labels on the back and said, "Oh, your products have MSG in." And Lydia went, "Yes, yeah, products." He goes,
Well, no, actually, I heard it from the back of the kitchen whilst eating my first bit of food that day, and I was like,
Yeah.
because every time you hear MSG, it's like, oh god, and I was like,
"Yeah, here we go."
but yes, anyway.
And she essentially just went, "Do you use it in your food now?" And Lydia goes, "No, we always have. Even when you were down the weir, yeah, we've always used MSG. We've never hidden that. We've never, as you guys know, we're almost spokespeople for MSG, really." And she goes, "Really?" She goes, "You must use less of it than normal places." And we went, "No, we use like probably
Use the correct
correct amount."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well, when I go to these other places,
Chinese places.
Is that
She
what she said?
only said Chinese places.
I can
yeah.
feel it on my tongue. It gets tingly." I personally think it was in her head.
100%, yeah, because I said, well, like we use, we season little and often and taste as you go.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how to use it, but it's used in a lot of food, Italian, whatever. And she was like, oh, see, I've never experienced it with other food. So I think, yeah,
I think it's
because
psychosomatic.
she
Yeah.
thinks it's, and we know for a fact a few places which aren't Chinese round our way do actually use MSG in their cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say who because they might not want us to say.
No.
But there were quite a few places. I think there's 2 or 3, probably more places that actually buy MSG off us.
Yeah.
Like in big bags, because we obviously, because of our web store, we can buy it in larger quantities that actually saves them money from the wholesaler, and I literally sell it to them for cost, if I'm honest, because we know them quite well. But yeah, so they use it, and which is absolutely fine, which is fantastic.
Yeah, she said it's like tingling.
Tingling. I
I'm not.
I personally think if she is feeling something, she's been to places that have been using too much MSG because it tastes metallic, and I do know that tingling sensation, but it's not. It doesn't tingle for me. It's just it tastes like metal,
Yeah.
almost like you've had a pen in your mouth, but without the taste of the copper. Does that make sense?
I said to her like metallic, and she was like, "Oh no."
Yeah, but you have to. Most people don't know what's going on in their mouths, which is why I think people pile up their plate when they have a Chinese and just put everything on and eat it all together because their palate isn't refined enough. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just it's like, pardon me, everyone's eyesight is different, right? Not everyone sees colours the same way. Not everyone hears music the same way. It's the same with the mouth. But people just assume that what you can taste is what everyone else can taste, and that's not correct. Otherwise, everyone would like the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're any less wrong by throwing it all on the plate. I think a lot of people. So when I throw food all on the plate like that, it ruins it for me because then all of a sudden you don't get the single flavours through. You don't get. But then I think the reason why people do that is because they can't pick out the single flavours when they eat it.
Yeah.
All of it piled together.
Well, when they eat it separately. So like a black bean with sauce with some boiled rice. I like to eat that because I can taste the black bean. I can taste the
I like
garlic. I can taste the shimmer of the rice on my. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they to them they can taste the black bean, but it's not broken down like it is in my brain. And that's no reflect. But you have to remember, I was raised in the kitchen, so I think that helped me.
Yeah, food is quite is a really big thing, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can learn it though, to a certain extent. You'll never. I don't think like when you're an adult. I don't think you'll ever be able to refine it. Like you can, and Lydia can as well. Actually, like, taste something and then be able to tell you what's in it.
Yeah.
I don't think that those people will ever be able to refine it to that point, but they'll be able to go, there's definitely this and there's definitely that, which is really difficult to do. So when someone says, if I give something to someone and the main flavour is going to be garlic most of the time, but if they can taste around the garlic, I'm normally very impressed because it's actually quite difficult to do because garlic is so strong.
Yeah.
So when someone goes, I can taste the garlic, but there's something else there, I'm like, impressive. That's impressive that you can, because normally what it is, it's probably rendered down onion oil. And if they can taste the onion oil through that's clever. That's your tongue would be capable of being refined.
Yes.
Getting really hungry now.
Yeah, but because it's so, but the thing is, the flavour's so close to garlic that if you can't notice that sort of hum in the background, you're just never going to. Not like you can't appreciate flavour. I'm just saying there's different levels.
Yeah, that's right.
Like being able to draw. That's a really good example.
Yeah. Or painting. Or
I can draw.
I can't draw.
You like to think you can.
I can't draw.
Okay.
I couldn't even write.
What?
Couldn't even write.
Couldn't or can't?
No, I can. I cannot draw, but I can write.
You have really nice handwriting.
Yeah.
Really nice.
But I think that's because when Mum was young, they practiced it.
Yeah, we have to write the calligraphy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
Bloody
like artwork in itself, your handwriting.
It's like a 5-pen piece. When you're about 5 years old, you try to write a character in that 5-pen piece with the Chinese brush and with the ink. Oh, it's not easy. It's not fun at all. And then you have to write a big one as well. Oh,
even like Chinese writings, like pictures in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, no, the traditional mum knows, yes. The simplified like pinyin version, no.
And nowadays when they
do
have, because of Cultural Revolution, they changed simplify it for a lot more people can write.
They simplified it to be quicker, I think. Like so, like a bird used to look like a bird with wings. Now it doesn't look like that anymore.
What do you mean?
So, like the character.
Oh, the word bird.
The word bird.
Oh, bird word.
Used to look like it had like a square head and the body, and then you have the wings that come up the side, and it looked like wings, and then it kick off at the bottom.
Is that why some of it that we learn looks like what it is?
Yes.
I do find it, yeah. I like reading it and trying to...
Could you do me a massive favour and check to see that that's still recording? It's okay, we'll talk amongst ourselves while you go.
Okay.
So, glad she's gone. She was really irritating, wasn't she, Ma?
What? No, we just... Lydia is going off to check whether we are still recording or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Perfect.
I don't know if you know, but I'm not actually in the
You are. Nice try. In case you
Anything
couldn't
else
hear,
want to
because
cover?
Lydia was talking without a microphone on. She said she was trying to trick me and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Anything else? I think one more thing. Oh, I'll tell you about the next cookbook I'm writing. Well, I have got 3 that I'm writing, and I don't know which one I'm going to publish first. So if you guys listening can tell me which you would prefer to see first or publish first, let me know. So I've got
traditional.
I
That's my vote.
don't have the traditional one, but I do have the street food one. I think I've got 24 recipes written for already. Choose staff dinners.
Oh,
Lunch.
Staff lunch, yeah. Staff lunches, which I think for me is really good. Like, because I've written the introduction and started writing the recipe, so I've only got 2 written down, but I've got loads of photos.
We have been practicing.
And I think it's a really good one, because we have to cook that food in a really short space of time.
Yeah.
As well as eat it. So the food has to be able to be prepped fast, cooked fast, and then eaten.
Well, I mean, sometimes it starts in the morning.
Yeah. But essentially...
And we had to put it down when it's busy and then go back again, you know.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one.
Yeah, so like a lot of it's just quick. I wouldn't even say it's simple, because a lot of it isn't simple, and because the reason why we can do it so quick is because, or Mum can do it so quick, is just through experience cooking. If you really think about it, if you do something 1,000 times a day, and you've done it for the last 50 years, you're going to get good at it.
Yes.
Hence why Mum can cook stuff much quicker than most people can. But I have factored that into account, and so no dish in there unless it's like going to be steamed, because reason we steam a lot of stuff is because we can leave it and know it's not going to overcook unless it's fish. Like if it's pork, it's just going to stay hot in the steamer. So if we do get busy, if we do get busy, we can just leave it. So there's going to be steamed recipes in there. It's literally what we eat when Mum cooks at work.
Yeah, that's right.
And I thought
sometimes to be quick, and then sometimes it look good.
Yeah,
all the time it looks good.
But also, what I'm going to do is on every description, I'm going to describe it in text, obviously, through my words of what it is. And then on each description, I haven't told Mum this yet, so she's finding out. We'll see her reaction, see if she's okay with it. She might not be.
What?
So there will be a QR code, and that QR code will link to a video that is unwatchable unless you've gone through the QR code. So it's not going to be live anywhere. So you have to have the book to be able to see the video. And it will be Mum describing what the dish tastes like, and just things about the dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? It won't be live, so every time someone clicks that QR code, you don't have to do it every time.
Oh,
It'll be
it's
pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pre-recorded.
So like
3 o'clock in the morning. Get out!
Oh, so a QR code. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah,
that'd
it would
be
be
quite good.
interesting.
I think that would be cool. I think there's a nice little sort of thank you as well to the people who bought the book, because it's like, unless you have that book, those videos are not there.
They're just for you.
They're just for that, to say thank you very much for buying this book.
Oh, all right. You mean the staff lunch?
It's the staff
Book.
lunch, yeah, and then you
Okay.
describe like how much you like it, what you like about it, the taste of it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it'll be like a mini interview on each dish.
Yeah, especially the salt.
Yeah, okay, Mum. Don't give away. You're giving away the free content, Mum. You're giving away the free content. Don't.
Lots of things we like in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So many things.
And it does seem out there.
Yeah.
But if
again
you're
and
adventurous-
again. Yeah. If the thing that we like, we do it again and again quite often.
So these dishes that will be in there are tried and tested. They're not like...
Yeah.
Tried, tested again, tried again, tested again, eaten every time. Love it.
Yeah. And there's a few...
Yeah.
There's going to be a few dishes in there, which is like what to do if you're leftover crap you got left over. Because
Yeah.
a lot of the time, we haven't eaten all day, and we've been working since we've opened to close, and we haven't eaten, and all we've got is a little bit of rice, a couple bits of noodles, some chicken,
Yeah.
and an egg, and what to do with that, essentially.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we'll just be like talking about how busy it was.
Yeah.
Probably slagging off some customers that were really horrible. And then laughing at them behind their backs. Actually, we spend most of our time, this is true, it's very easy to be negative about customers, but we spend most of our time talking about how nice the customers are, don't we? Like, because we genuinely have really good customers.
We were stood there for about 20 minutes talking about how amazing they were.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we had a restaurant booked out for 50 people, which meant that the whole inside and outside seating was taken up. Yeah.
And like some people who are, well, I think some good with like filming, they're really good and come back and then everything, isn't it?
What? I have no idea what you mean.
There were nice ones that come back.
Yeah, again and again, yeah. Vegetarian, vegan people.
Yeah, well, what do you mean by filming?
You were doing a lot of filming.
Who?
Customer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we get tagged in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, I didn't even know until the other day. I can't even remember how I saw it. I think it was just a suggested post because it was a local area. This girl had been sharing photos of all our food throughout the past few month or so.
Oh, I wish I knew her name because I'd give her a shout out, but I don't know her name.
I can't even remember what bloody group
Beginning
it was
with
on now.
L, isn't it?
No, it's a local one. Minehead Talks or something. Minehead
It was
Chats.
amazing.
But and also you have to remember
thank
locally.
you so much. Yes.
Locally, a lot of people don't even know that we have YouTube and stuff like that. They're shocked when they come in and for the 20th time and they just glance over at the award that we have on the wall and like, wait, what is that for here? Well, it's not for here. It's for me. Well, I don't normally talk to them, but the counter people because I'm cooking or in the office. Counter people because it's for their cookery channel and they had no idea. So I think that speaks volumes about our food actually.
Yes.
Like we're not raking it in from YouTube. Having said that though, many people have come down to visit us after finding out we're in Minehead.
Yes, a lot more coming down now because it's more accessible, isn't it?
Well, not just that. I think we've never really put it out there, not because we're scared or whatever. It's just we kind of like even on our business pages and stuff like that, we don't really mention that we have a large YouTube channel, large TikTok or a large Instagram, but not because I just think it's a bit gregarious, a bit in your face, ostentatious, possibly.
I think, if they want to know, they'll find out. You know, you don't need to go and broadcast it.
I do post the photos that people want of us on the group, but I don't think on our Facebook page.
Okay, yeah.
But I think it's nice that they've come in specifically to visit us and try our food because they know us. I think that's only fair to share that on the restaurant page. But I know most people aren't paying attention to that. The only people who are looking at that already know us from YouTube.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's incredible to meet you guys.
Support, yeah.
Like, honestly, as well, if you do come in, we get people that are visibly nervous when they talk to us. You don't need to be. If anything, we're more scared.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know us.
And
we don't know you. Like, it's really weird. So you know us from the internet, right?
Yeah.
You know parts of our lives. You know how we are, because we are exactly as we are in real life as we are on YouTube. And so you know us. And when you go, someone stopped me in Tesco's today, actually. And I think that they said they're going to be coming in the restaurant this week. Because long story short, I was getting a trolley to go into Tesco's to pick up a wine. Thank you very much, Tesco's, for that. You didn't give me it, but if you could start supplying me.
Pay you for it. You did not give it to us.
And I didn't ask for free prawn crackers.
No.
They stopped me and they said, because I thought, I saw them look at me, and I thought they're going to ask me what time I close or whatever, And it happens quite a bit. And I don't know why I'm still surprised, because it happens quite often.
Mm-hmm.
I am still surprised. Don't roll your eyes at me, young lady.
Come on, get the story out.
And they stop me and he goes, I just wanted to say, don't you start. And I just want to say, I love your videos. And I went, now I have to try and figure out if they know me from Instagram, TikTok or YouTube. And it's different because I act differently on YouTube than I do on Instagram and TikTok, because the Instagram and TikTok ones are basically just me. On YouTube is mum and me, because it's more wholesome. Whereas TikTok is just a free-for-all. And so I've got to try and figure it out. Yeah, you and your mum are fantastic. I was like, right, okay. Yeah, you should come visit our restaurant. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So don't use the F-bomb. You should come visit our... They already planned their holiday around coming and eating food around it.
Oh, all right. That's good. Yeah.
Nice.
It's lovely. And she's a lovely, lovely person. Couldn't be more courteous.
Is that husband and wife or just one
It was
person?
just her, but she said... She implied that she's with people. I don't know who, but...
Okay, yeah. That's good.
It's amazing. Like, every time I'm shocked.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the other day, you looked like a kid who just got a massive bag of sweets. You were like, oh my God.
When someone came in and asked for a photo. Yeah. It's embarrassing. And the thing is, though, I feel a bit embarrassed for them when everyone's taking the mick, because sometimes I think that if they can hear that, it's almost like taking the mick out of them as well, which embarrasses me a little bit. Because,
what do you mean?
well, so like...
Oh, I see. What,
Yeah.
like me? Like
everyone was in the
kitchen.
thing. Everyone was in the kitchen, and it's quite, because it's an open kitchen. The customers can hear, and it might sound like to them that they're ridiculous for thinking like that.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I was embarrassed because to me, I'm just someone doing what we do, right? I don't understand this.
No, I don't feel that. No.
Yeah, I know you love it. I think I hate the word, but I'm far more humble than I appear on camera. Like on camera, I come across as someone who probably a lot of people don't like, because I think I'm sure of myself. I'm not sure of myself. I just know how to carry myself.
Confident. You need to have confidence.
So I look confident, but in reality, I'm not.
No.
And I don't take praise well either.
No,
No.
I don't. But I look.
No,
I think in like this one, we call it. I don't feel so confident. I think out of this, a lot more confident person. I think.
Yeah, definitely. You are very much in your element when people are there. So like when mum, if we're not busy and people have come in and they're fans or whatever, I don't really like to call them fans, viewers, people that watch us. Mum will be straight over talking to them for 20 minutes. She'll know their national insurance number.
Yep.
She'll know how many kids they have.
If
They're aware of their previous lives. Like, just she'll know everything. But on camera, well, no, you're like the mum is mum at the moment, right? Mum is mum at the moment. But like, especially when we're filming videos, I have to remind mum to not be so worried about when we're filming the videos.
Yeah, I do get a bit more cautious on camera.
Yeah, because it is weird. But I feel more comfortable in front of Kevin. I feel more, the one's getting to me, more comfortable on camera than I do meeting someone.
Person to person.
Person to person terrifies me. It's the scariest thing on the planet for me.
So yeah, I'm more better with person to person.
You could be
It can
more.
be sometime. Yeah.
It could be more better.
I don't know.
So
Right.
I think that's a long one, but
No,
I think that was a good one
Yeah.
for our return for triple C rated, because we have Chin, me, Chew Mum, and X Cunningham, which would be triple C actually. He's now a tailor. Solid name. Yeah. Sorry, that I just cut it off really abruptly. It's just because I've
Okay.
realised we've got nearly an hour and 20 minutes.
Is it? Oh my God.
This was fun.
Yeah.
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 But I'm mega hungry.
It's
Yeah,
just
I know.
gone
Because
like
we've been
that,
talking
isn't
about
it?
food.
Yeah, same here.
So because we haven't been back talking.
I think we should, like I said, I think, especially Yuma, I think you need to look at food trends and stuff, maybe search that a little bit more, maybe buy a few food magazines and your thought about what's in them. I think that'd be quite good, actually. Mum, like we'll have choose... Someone's phone's going off, isn't it? That's going to be my dad.
No, it's Mars.
Oh, typical.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll end it there, but we'll have like a section of where Mum reads an extract from a thing that she likes or hates or whatever. I think that's quite good. We're gonna keep this podcast food orientated. So whether that be with food customers, food experiences, and just trends, or just things that we think that you've tried that we've tried at home. Yeah. So like recipes.
Yes.
And we'll keep it that there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. Yes.
Sorry if I've burped into the microphone a few times. That's fully my bad.
Well, yeah, because you're the one doing it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and also I'm going to try and get. If anyone knows any alcohol dealers out there who want sponsorship, let me know because they can sponsor this podcast.
Yep.
Anyway, take care, guys. Thank you very much for watching. You've been watching me, Chin, my mum, Chu, my wife Lydia on Triple C Rated Podcast, the only place for food. Yes.
Food.
The only place for food.
And the only place for food. That's going to go on a t-shirt. The only place for food. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's my glass.
Mum farted.
Okay. No, I don't fart.
I've heard you fart.
Out win. That's all.
You pass out when?
Yeah. Okay.
And then giggle about it because she thinks no one heard it.
Yeah. Smelly wind.
No, it's not smelly at all. No.
Stop.
Okay then.
Okay then.
All right, we've got very low space now. Anyway.
Okay.
Night all.
So, night.
Good night.
Take care and thank you for watching. Till the next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.